From the Energy Advice Bureau. This stacked camp, but the mud golems aren't exactly the best target. Attacker spots him on the high ground, level 6. Onto this cuddle. Attacker's here, level 4. Omar will be the target, has the bug on him. Weaver, not going to claim the first blood. We'll make sure that Natty Narwhal gets it. And 4 Pirates finally on the board.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Timbersaw in a bit of trouble. TP up to the top side from Samal, has the AD rune. And they get Ghost a kill after a rough start to his lane. Now GH going to steal a Shrine of Wisdom. There's a Dark Willow here though. Blood Grenade goes through and they know which one is real. Bramble Maze going to hit the root onto GH. He's in trouble. Snipe comes through. Boom. Headshot. 99. I'm dying. Trying to get a stack off, but Noob's here to contest it. Stun from the creep camp, and they want the kill on the Undying. Doesn't have Tombstone. Went for Ripped. Sniper trying to take some stacks, but Nigma Galaxy here to contest, here to take. Good Bramble Maze. Lands on the collar, and they're going to get a kill. Natty Narwhal, his 3rd kill of the game. The snipe coming through. Doesn't have enough to finish it off. It's Aerial that picks it up. Enigma getting immediately punished for taking these stacks. As the Weaver has Shikuchi in 2 seconds. Doesn't even need it. The right click going to be enough. And Noob.
How about now? I could cast like this if I would like. Smoke up from Nigma Galaxy to get on the high ground. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to get himself a kill down on the side of the bottom lane. Noob goes down. Lives up to his namesake. Area come down on the low ground, but that's taking the shadow around TP. I don't know real well to stop that. Ice Path doesn't have.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And only one of them was on the Keeper of the Light. Omar. In a little bit of trouble. Is Ariel going to get a kill? What is happening in this game? It's kind of falling apart. I started memeing and the implications. COVID in the Big 25 Holy. No. This is from Ariel. Going to stuck in the Macapie. Going for the TP out. Will die anyway.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Good
under
Macapie
attack.
usage there. Lack endurance ever since I got COVID. And so it's exercises to help those folds. It's not like my vocal controller or anything like that. Otaka goes forward, going to get Macapie. Does have the ulti to get to a safer position. Dodges the Illuminate coming out. Dark Willow is there with the Fear, trying to split up this fight a little bit. Nigma not that they want to back up, but Noob sees the Undying, taking the Watcher for some reason, and just decimates him. Otaka going to go forward. Undying is immediately alive thanks to his facet. Otaka gets the kill onto Omar. More aggressive throughout the game. Fortification to keep this tower alive. Now going to go for the deny. Can they get it? Yes, they can. Deny by Undying, but now Natty Narwhal in trouble. Does not have his shard to get himself out of this one. He'll going to come out from Botanic. Turns around. Spirit Vessel will make sure there is no save. Noob getting himself a double kill in that middle lane. And now Nigma in the driver's seat. Posts there were disgusting.
Time to be trouble.
Time to be trouble. Natty Narwhal going to get chased down here. Immediately going to go for the TP, but the root will align. Ariel cancels the Fear. Samael picks up the kill. GH getting chased down by this Undying. A bit hopeful. Those 4 Pirates just... It's sad to see. They're just kind of falling apart. Ghost Scepter into a Yules. Jump forward from Noob, and I think Undying may just be dead again. In fact, I know he's just going to be dead again. Game 2 of this best of 3. Not happy being in this lower bracket. Not happy having a fight down here. Bugs go forward from Otaka. GH going to get a kill onto Ariel. Up on the top lane as they were going to cut the creeps. Now Noob standing on the high ground with the Blade Mail. Healing up. Age is still up for 1 minute and 15 seconds. There's Ghost. Again, taking a lot of damage. Will. Interesting. So it's not that Weaver... Sorry, Omar in the trees. It looks like we got a fight. Samael going to be the target. Weaver doing quite a lot of damage to them. Samael trying to get himself to safety with the 4 staff. And you're going to get the The slow onto attacker goes back with the Weaver ultimate. Omar uses the Macapari a little bit early. Now Noob in a little bit of trouble. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Timbersaw goes forward with his Axe. Naga Siren Song splits up the fight. Got to go for the teleport. So GH will die thanks to the fear out from Ariel. It just looks weird and I don't like it. There's an Undying skin that is him as a pirate. Does he just not have it? Oh, Smoke gonna get found out. Attacker goes on to GH, who immediately gets out, has a gun and green, getting himself healthy. Meanwhile, Noob on top of this Dark Willow goes up in the air thanks to the Yules. So now Attacker on top of him with that Weaver, gonna save himself with the Yules. Now he's stuck underneath the tower with that BKB, has the ulti to safety. Ghost takes a lot of damage from the Timber, but will not die. GH gets the kill onto that Weaver. This Ghost turns into the Weaver. Shikuchi's forward, gets the kill on the Undying, and Nigma just kinda running away with this one. He's completely fine despite the fact he's rooted up. Do not butter your bread before putting slices of crispy bacon on top. Salted, creamy, but guys, I'm already hungry. What are we doing to me here? Oh, Noob walks up to the high ground. Timbersaw only on 50% health. Gonna get used up, so he's also not gonna come through the ice path into the Macapie, into the Will-O-Wisp. A good tombstone save onto the Timbersaw as he's trying to get out now, but there is the sleep stuck there. Has to Timber Chain out, and Noob just chases him down. Meanwhile, Ghost dives the base, gets the kill onto Nanny Narwhal. No buyback onto this sniper. Age is still good to go. The Tombstone will die to the Morphling. Undying just ties to the Quills. The last lane of racks looking like it will fall. Fear will land on the Keeper of Light. Buyback from the Timbersaw. Buyback from the Undying. Stun will land on the Keeper of Light. He's getting out, but the Naga Siren going to split up the fight. Morphling wants to try and find the background. Blink forward from the Naga Siren. There is the stun. Up in the air. The Morphling goes down below. The Undying follows. Will-O-Wisp going to get casted. Timbersaw is stuck in it with a Morphling. He's sleeping. He's chewing. Now going back into the base. Teleporting out is the Weaver, trying to find a kill onto the backline, trying to get to GH mayhaps as Ghost gets the kill onto the Timbersaw. Meanwhile, GH absolutely fine. Got the mirror image as they throw him up into the air with the root. Now will Weaver back into an ice path and go down. Ariel will finally get the kill onto GH's Naga, but the melee racks goes down. There's creeps in the base, hitting the ancient towers. Otaka getting so low. Into the fountain he goes, still has the Aegis, will lose it, but mega creeps spawning. It's Ghost forced off to safety. The ancient exposed, 4,000 health between them and a lost game, and Nanny Narwhal calls the GG, and 4 Pirates find themselves one game away from elimination.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, Skull, yeah, but that's you're technically right, but you're again went for an urn pretty early. Guess he's going to build Spirit Vessel now. Ariel TPing down to the bottom side of the map. Omar could be the target. Hex comes through into the shackle. Noob going to try and get the interrupt, but instead goes for the Infernal Blade onto Attacker. Meanwhile, going to TP down onto the bottom side for GH. Omar lives for a lot longer than he expects, but Attacker gets that first blood nonetheless. May die, has a Fairy Fire to keep himself alive. Noob gets himself on the board. Now Shackle onto this Elder Titan. Infernal Blade going to stop it from going full duration, and GH going to stop Shadow Shaman from taking another breath as Ariel puts down the Elder Titan. Very even fight down there on the bottom side of the map. 2 for 2 so far, but Noob in trouble. Has to eat a tango. Nanny Narwhal's here with the haste, with the Resonant Pulse and the Astral Step entry. Also just trying to Wisdom. Both the supports are here, but Doom is walking over. This is an interesting pass over. Bananic forced back under the tower, slept up and put down by the Doom. Ariel, he's doing bad. Not doing great. Oh, meanwhile, fight in the middle of the river. Omar going to get a kill on Ariel, and Ariel going to kill onto Omar. You'll love to see it. 2 star-crossed lovers killing each other in a river. Rotation up to the top side of the map. Elder Titan is here. Would love to get this Morphling a bit of a kill going into this mid-game, but decides to back up. But both supports show on top of Ghost. Gets the Hex. The Abaddon is here. Has enough for his ulti if he's ever in trouble. There's the Shackle. Then they surely have the damage. Surely they have the damage. There it is. Ariel picks up the kill. The sleep not going to save the watery boy. Up top to pressure the tower. GH Start getting run down, and Ursa here very happily to om nom 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 in the jungle. Abaddon will be the one to pick up the kill. 4PIRATES still putting up the pressure. Doom was TPing. Picked up by Samau. Has the arcane. Now they want to get a kill onto Noob. Hex will start. Followed with the shackle. Abaddon is here. It doesn't actually deal that much damage. Dual breath will clip him slightly. Get some damage going through. Samau with the chain gun. Gonna go forward. Doom landed on the Abaddon. His ulti will pop. Fire break back, level 7 is achieved. So Doom goes down. What can Nigma get? Looks like they'll just get killed. A Hex on to Samau in the tree. Will jump away to a remnant and be fine overall. So, well, kind of almost like 1,000 plus gold. Oh, Abaddon, gonna be the target. Doesn't have an ulti. Drums popped on the Doom. Drums popped on the Abaddon. It was two fighters fighting extremely fast, like that fight in solo leveling where he fights the bug. It's like, oh my god, they're moving so fast I can't see. That was what fight anything here. I don't think they can. His Batrider's stuck in the tree, and Samau has had to cut him out. That's rough. Oh, Hex onto the Doom. They realize they can go in for the fight. Lasso gonna land onto the Shadow Shaman. Noob not going down. Doesn't have ulti though. Very tanky Shadow Shaman ulti will manage to get the kill onto the Doom as Samau zigs and zags trying to finish off the Shadow Shaman. Won't manage it. As 2 more remnants will be able to jump to safety. But Shadow Shaman lives. Smoke will break on Ariel. Shadow Shaman putting down his ulti there. Astral, I don't know what the play was here. Macropire into the choke point. And that is a dead Elder Titan. What was the idea? Pedantic could be in trouble here. Flame Break does hit, has the lasso. Root will land from Samau. Hex buys him some time, but this actually just means that he won't lasso him. So, actually may be a little bit of a loss there for the Shadow Shaman because he doesn't force out the lasso. Ursa could be in a bit of trouble. Lasso up on the Batrider. As we said, from the Shadow Shaman, they'll find him in the tree line. Gonna get the sleep not off. Elder Titan ulti. Morphling standing his ground, and GH going to be the one to pick up the kill. TP did come in from the Shadow Shaman, but not going to be able to help. Smell has the blade now. Going for the big hit. Getting gone by now. Already silenced up, and Hex and Macropire. Astral Step. Damage will get dodged as Smell goes down to the bottom rune, and Doom kills Pedantic. He gets the regen. Always lucky. Beautifully played there. Noob, maybe a bit good at the video game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now Nanny Narwhal walks towards the direction from the twin gate. Omar goes forward with the blink. Silence is up. Doesn't have lasso. Flame Break not going to connect. Thanks to the Dissimulate. TPs will be cancelled. Teleport onto the Doom. This is a long TP. Oh, Noob. Oh, Samau at least going to get a kill down in the bottom lane.
Are scanning.
I'm a has-been, man. Oh, smoke up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Enigma. Shadow Shaman going to break the smoke off. Samau going to get the Hex up. No shackle. Samau looks like he's willing to keep running forward. Root will land on the Shadow Shaman. Meanwhile, Omar in a lot of trouble. The taunt will land on him, getting the kill. Samau now on the run out. Does have some remnants. Not going to have to use them. Smoke response from Omar. Goes in the area as well. And they'll get the kill onto the Shadow Shaman. Can Abaddon get the range? No, just out of it. We'll get the shield at the end. But it's not enough to save his friend. Now jumping from 99. We're going to get a huge AoE side. Otaka is in the fight. Doesn't have BKB yet. The sleep will separate it all out. BKB used by Noob. Still has his ultimate. Buyback from the Shadow Shaman. Means Nigma don't feel comfortable taking this fight anymore and will retreat. Now a smoke from the Radiant. I want to try and get something done. Samau called out here in the ice path. Taunted up, hexed up. There's a Doom though. Silenced instantly. Samau wants to get to safety. He has the BKB. He dies. Doom onto the Abaddon. Shadow Shaman in the backline. Gonna get the kill onto the Batrider. Remo Ghost gets the kill onto the Ursa. Doom zigging and zagging walks into the ward. Ghost wants to try and get a different kill, but won't quite manage it. It's a 3-for-1. Oh, pull back onto the Abaddon. Doesn't have ulti for 7 seconds. Should be a kill. Samao is here. Chain Gang will land. Has ulti in 2.
Middle tower is
Not
under
going to manage to get it.
Appreciate.
Maybe you can write it, Venzetti. Yeah, let me just invent a time machine and rune for the Ember Spirit. Chikiro standing in the pit to break smokes, but they're not going to go for it. Instead, going to go for the high ground. Omar immediately gets vision. We'll see them find the route onto Aerial. Ember Spirit, though, stuck in the ice path. The Macapire not really going to land. Abaddon can't really connect with anyone. Noob into the pit. Going to get on top of the Shakiro, who's very tanky. And Noob just spends all of his time trying to kill a Shakiro and fails. GH with the ulti. Going to at least pick up that kill. A Ghost now. Needs to find the angle. Turns into the Abaddon. Going to go for the Ursa. Not going to quite find it. Banana going to get Hex onto the Elder Titan. Now the jump in for the Void Spirit will finish him off. Morphling knocked up and alone. Silence is up. Should be able to win this 1v1 as the taunt will land. And all in all, it is a 3-for-3 with Ursa almost dying.
Middle tower is under attack.
Nigma in this mid wave will smoke up. 4 heroes. Ghosts
Radiant are
won't be
scanning.
one of them. I don't know what the plan is. They're hanging around mid, waiting for someone to respond to this lane. They'll see Abaddon, but that's not really the target they want. Taunt on the choke point means Samao has to go round. Blink forward onto the Void Spirit. Jihei ulti is there, and that is a dead mid laner. And the Dire immediately go to the Roche pit. They don't think the Radiant will try and fight this anymore. We will see. Shakiro is here. Macapie going to go through. Ice Path follows. Morphling already morphing. Hex goes up. Shadow Shaman ulti. Abaddon on top of the Morphling. Doom going to be used on him, and he has to get out of this fight, but Noob torn down by the Ursa, and they get the Roche. Nigma give them the kite. Root lands onto the Ursa, and the Shadow Shaman is the one that has to take the Aegis. Omar now tries to get something done onto that Ursa, but doesn't quite manage it. Noob gets a kill onto Abaddon from the Doom in the meantime. Ghost finishes off the Ursa, and it's a kill onto the Jakiro, and the only one left alive is the Aegis carrying Shadow Shaman. Oh, Clarity shout out. Don't forget, guys, you can go sign up for the new Clarity season.
Are scanning.
Radiant do scan them out, but they're smoking. They want to go for the fight here. Nigma are very grouped up, but not smoked. And 4PIRATES are going to come from an angle they're not expecting. On the high ground, they find the Elder Titan. Hex is there. They get the kill. Ursa will be that. Now we're going to go through with the silence, but a good BKB from Samael stops the Shackle from going through. Now the lasso on to the Void Spirit as well as the Doom. Shadow Shaman gets his ulti down. Abaddon as well. Goes green, trying to get out of this fight. Aegis will pop on the Shadow Shaman, and he is in the wrong alleyway with the wrong people. Will die to Ghost. Samael gets the kill onto Aerial. Elder Titan brought back for this. Ulti does go through, but does not stop the Ursa TP.
Radiant's
They don't want the old Enigma throw to come out. Now Batrider gonna get the lasso, but Abaddon forces his ulti. Doom goes into the backline onto the Shadow Shaman. Sleep will land onto the Abaddon. Remember, he doesn't have ulti anymore. Ice Path onto the Doom, and he just melts. He doesn't have the BKB up. It was on cooldown. Aerial gets himself a kill, and now Nigma, they want to get out there. They have the AD on the Ember Spirit. Nanny Narwhal looking for something. Astral steps forward into the silence. Ursa, meanwhile, on top of the Elder Titan, can't finish off the kill. Sleep going to go through, not going to quite land because of, you know, circles and shit. Ursa ultis through. BKB used by Ghost. Wants to try and finish off this kill. One more right click will do it. Gets it. Now zigging. Now zagging. That and Narwhal going to be pushed back by the Hurricane Pipe. Ice Path will clip the Morphling. A good 4-star from Lamar to keep him safe. Now he walks back in. They want to get the kill, but the ulti from the Elder Titan not going to land. Aerial now will be the target. And the Akiro falls to the might of Samael. Ghost gets the kill onto Nanny Narwhal. And Samael gets the kill onto the Abaddon. Shadow Shaman will fall. It's a triple kill for Samael's Ember. The tier 2 sure to fall, and you have to imagine the high ground will follow. Find that drive, that
Radiant
fire
are scanning.
once again. Doom on the Void Spirit in the top lane all alone. Abaddon will arrive with the Aphotic Shield, but just means he can't purge off this lasso. Noob gets the kill on the Void Spirit. Sleep will land on the Abaddon. And Enigma time to chase. Ursa in the tree line. Samael, meanwhile, killing the Shadow Shaman. going absolutely crazy on it. Jumps onto the back line, finds the Abaddon, finds the Jakiro, gonna pop the Abaddon out. Ice Path comes out from the Morphling onto the Jakiro. There is a beautiful Ice Path coming out there, though, with the Macropire. Now Ghost standing his ground, gonna be able to get the kill onto... No! Wood jumps into the fountain. There is the BKB. The shield rune is huge. This may be a bit of an overdive. This may be a bit of an overpush. Has to waveform himself to safety. Doesn't manage to get the kill, but Ursa will die in the meantime. And they clear out the top racks now. Of course, there's no other tier 2 taking the bash onto the Doom. Brings him down. Buyback from the Shadow Shaman. GH. Being hit by the tower. Jump forward from the Shadow Shaman. Gets the Hex on to... No! The reflected shackles. They'll at least get the kill onto the back rider now to jump away. Teleporting on the Morphling. Can they stop this? No. Yes! The Ice Buff into the trees! They found the angle. Ghost dove too deep and is dead for 94 seconds. Abaddon. Nothing queued up because he hates me personally. Meanwhile, Ursa on the hunt. Finds the Elder Titan, but there's the lasso immediately purged off. And he'll be fine. They get the kill onto GH and Nigma. Showing the cracks in their game plan. And they'll know Roche is the target. Nigma immediately smoke up. They want to try and go for this. Ursa not killing it that quickly. Jump in from Samel. Gets the chain gang route onto all of the Macropire is good. And Ursa picks up the Aegis. He's going to need it. Invis. No, he picks up the cheese. He turns around onto Samel. Are you kidding me? Shadow Shaman going to go down to Ghost. Small thing is still a huge problem. Otaka still has that Aegis. Pops it. Puts the banner into his inventory and the blink. Ariel going to get a kill onto Samel. Noob going to die to the Abaddon. Samel comes in with the buyback. Oh, and it was so close. It was so close, that fight. It's a triple kill for Samel. Jumps back into the fight. So Taunt will leave. Morphling now moving forward. Going to get the root onto Shakiro, onto Abaddon. Doom finds the backline. Doesn't use the Doom. Taunt lands onto the Ember Spirit. And there's the lasso onto the Shakiro. Brought forth to the Nigma team. They will not be stopped. They will not be denied. Or will they? Ember Spirit getting awfully low. And that's a die back onto Samel. Doom was used onto Abaddon. May be able to survive the duration, but Ursa's dead for 40 seconds. They have to go forward. Can they do it? Taunt lands onto the Doom. Void Spirit needs to find the magic, but it's not going to happen. They're ending! And the Pirates, blown out of the water, Nigma Galaxy,